In a world that's increasingly fast-paced and always connected, it's easy to forget what truly matters. The endless scroll, the next video, the next game, the next post, each one is a fleeting moment that steals a little more of our lives. In the midst of all this, we often forget to ask ourselves one important question: are we living our lives? Or are we merely existing in the shadows of distractions? Think about it. Have you ever been so deep into your phone that hours pass by without you even realizing it? Maybe you've spent an entire evening watching random videos or scrolling through social media feeds, only to feel that the time you spent didn't actually add anything to your life. It's the feeling of having lost time, a feeling we've all had. But why does this happen? Thousands of years ago, philosophers like Seneca and Socrates warned us about the dangers of a distracted mind. In their time, it was about the pursuit of wisdom over fleeting pleasures. But today, we are chasing short bursts of entertainment, thinking they will bring us joy or fulfillment. The reality is, they only create an illusion of satisfaction. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Plato. This quote, though ancient, holds powerful relevance today. We think more is better, more entertainment, more content, more distractions. But in the pursuit of these things, we're losing something far more valuable: our time. And once it's gone forever. So, what are we actually missing in these endless moments of distraction? Think about the simple things in life, the moments that truly matter. The laughter of a loved one, the quiet joy of a morning coffee, or the satisfaction of accomplishing something meaningful. These are the things that define a life well lived. But when we're constantly distracted, we miss them. What if, for just one day, we decided to turn off our distractions? What if we decided to take a break from the constant buzz of notifications and the pull of social media? What if we took a moment to look at life in the eyes? Imagine what we might discover about ourselves, the people around us, and the world we live in. Let me take you back to a real-life example. There's a story of a father who spent his entire evening scrolling through his phone while his child sat next to him, eager for his attention. The child tried repeatedly to get his father to play with him, but the father remained absorbed in his screen. Eventually, the child gave up, quietly retreating into his own world. What the father didn't realize in that moment was that he missed the opportunity to connect with his child. He lost the chance to create a memory, a simple, yet profound moment of connection. Now, let's talk about how these distractions affect us on a deeper level. Research has shown that mindlessly scrolling through social media or binge-watching TV can have significant effects on our mental health, productivity, and even our relationships. We know that spending too much time in front of screens can lead to anxiety, depression, and a feeling of isolation. But why do we keep coming back for more? The answer lies in how our brains are wired. Social media platforms are designed to keep us hooked, using algorithms that keep presenting us with content tailored to our preferences. It's a cycle that's hard to break, but not impossible. Let's reflect for a moment. How often do we find ourselves mindlessly scrolling, even though we know it's not adding any value to our lives? We're seeking instant gratification, a quick dopamine hit that comes from likes, comments, and new content. But this is only temporary. The moment the notification fades, the craving starts again. And this cycle keeps us trapped in a loop of distraction. But what if we decided to break this cycle? What if, instead of letting distractions take control, we took back the reins of our lives? The first step is awareness. It's important to recognize when we're falling into the trap of distractions. Pay attention to the moments when you're mindlessly scrolling or watching something that has no real meaning for you. Ask yourself, is this adding value to my life, or is it just filling space in my day? This simple question can help you regain control. The second step is setting boundaries. In a world where everything is constantly vying for our attention, we need to create boundaries to protect our time. Whether it's setting a timer on your phone to limit social media usage, or scheduling specific times for relaxation and entertainment, setting boundaries ensures that distractions don't take over your life. But it's not just about reducing distractions. It's also about replacing them with something meaningful. Instead of scrolling aimlessly, why not take a walk outside, read a book, or have a real conversation with someone you care about? Reconnecting with the simple pleasures of life is the antidote to the never-ending cycle of distractions. Studies also show that engaging in activities like meditation, journaling, or mindfulness can help restore balance to our lives. These practices encourage us to be present in the moment, which is something we often lose sight of in our fast-paced, always-on world. Even just 5 minutes of quiet reflection can make a world of difference. It's important to remember that distractions aren't inherently bad. Entertainment, social media, and technology have their place in our lives. They can bring joy, connect us with others, and provide us with valuable information. The key is balance. When we let these distractions dominate our time, that's when they become a problem. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on this from a philosophical standpoint. Ancient philosophers, like Socrates, warned us about the dangers of mindless distractions. Socrates believed that a life well lived requires conscious self-reflection and a focus on wisdom, rather than ephemeral pleasures. We've become so accustomed to seeking immediate gratification that we often forget the deeper pursuit of fulfillment through learning, growth, and meaningful connections. Philosophical teachings suggest that true happiness is rooted in our ability to control our impulses and focus on what truly matters. By choosing a life of awareness, presence, and contemplation, we can unlock a deeper sense of contentment. From a psychological perspective, we are wired to seek pleasure and avoid discomfort. Social media and other entertainment platforms play on this instinct, providing us with instant rewards and gratification. The psychology behind these platforms taps into our brain's reward system, creating a loop that keeps us coming back for more. This cycle, while providing temporary pleasure, often leaves us feeling empty and disconnected. Psychologists call it the hedonic treadmill, a cycle where we constantly chase pleasure, but never feel truly satisfied. By understanding this psychological pattern, we gain the power to break free from it and choose more meaningful pursuits. So, how do we regain control of our lives? It starts with small, intentional changes. It starts with choosing how we spend our time. Here's a challenge for you. For the next week, try to be more mindful of your distractions. Set aside specific times for entertainment and stick to them. Use the rest of your time to engage in meaningful activities, whether that's working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying the peace of being present. In the end, the journey to reclaiming our time is a personal one. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a willingness to choose what truly matters. But the rewards are worth it. When we take control of our distractions, we unlock the full potential of our lives. We rediscover the beauty of the present moment, and in doing so, we create a life that's richer, more fulfilling, and more meaningful. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. So I ask you, what will you do with the time you have left? Will you let distractions take over, or will you take back control? Your life is happening now. Don't let it slip away unnoticed.